Hi everyone, welcome to Doing My Best channel, all about cash stuffing, getting out of debt, living in Canada. Yeah, I'm trying to be a better adult in my 30s, so like no pressure. So this is the second, or the third check-in rather, for March, from no, it's the second check-in. I can't count. Week 3 is now. We're talking about the second week though. So I did get paid on Friday from all 3 of my jobs. So I got $1169.76 from my 2 teaching jobs, which was what I had expected because I got it on the previous paycheck. And then $546.62 from my testing job, which is more variable depending on how much testing I do. The only thing that came out was my AppleCare for my iPad for $419. And then this coming week, the only things coming out are my personal loan and my health insurance. So yeah, nothing too crazy or exciting in that regard. I did manage to, with this last paycheck, pay my rent, so that's great. That's taken care of for last month. I am more intentional now in looking at the numbers to make sure when I'm doing my math it's all minuses. So yeah. In terms of spending, it was a bit spendier of a week. So I think I had already talked about groceries from last Monday. I wasn't sure I would have enough for parking depending on where I was able to park. So I only pulled in $8 from my Neo savings that I just have on my card. And parking ended up being $8. I got the cheaper parking, so that's great. I treated my mom to a donut at Paris Baguette for us to share because she had already bought us coffee and treats. And then I bought a book and a birthday card for my best friend's baby, who is having his first birthday in a couple weeks. So I pulled that out of savings. So there's $40 from savings there. So for the last week, in terms of my weekly spend was $83.55 and my savings was $39.17, and I rolled over $7.44 on my Neo card. I didn't put any towards my savings. I didn't feel like I'm just a little nervous now because of how expensive everything is. So that was last week, and then so far with this week I put $34.52 on savings for some protein stuff and some Easter treats, and then $780.36 on my Neo card for everyday groceries. Yeah, I think it was just groceries, stuff like that for the week or so. So I had put $220 on my Neo card because of inflation, and I'm going to see if that is enough money to last me 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm at $149 now. And I do need to get gas, and I will obviously have parking still, but we'll see how it goes. I think it should be okay, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. And then because I got paid, I was able to put money towards my debts and savings. So my credit card, I put $220 on, which brings the total now to $360, which is 90% of $400. So yeah, not exactly all I wanted, but if there's extra money left over at the end of the month, I'll put it towards my Visa, but that's okay. I was able to put $50 towards my second Visa to cover just the minimum payment, and I think a couple dollars of extra. Student line of credit, I put $20 towards already. I don't know if I'll make it to $25. I'll see what my interest payment ends up being at the end of the month, because March is longer than February, so we'll see how that goes. And then emergency, I was also able to put to $360. I'm going to do a scratch off here in a second to see if I can put more towards my emergency fund, but Again, I got to 90% of the 400. So let's do my scratch. So I have 155 to stuff. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 5, 55. Let's do this one. I don't know, should I do another one? I think I'm gonna leave it just because now it's equal again. So I'll put 15 towards my savings or my emergency. So it should be 375, no? Yeah, okay. Awesome. So I've got 140 then to do some envelopes with. Let's see how this goes. So I wanted to put 30 into drugs and dental. Do I have one that has a bunch of 5s? I only got 20s out of the bank, but maybe... Or what I could do... So I'm gonna put 25 into drugs and dental. So I have 20, 40, 5, 55. Hair and beauty, I was gonna put 45 in. I'm gonna put 40. So I have 20, 40, 60, 85. Fitness, I was gonna put, oh, let's do birthdays first. Birthdays, I was gonna put 45, so let's do 40 again. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, which is good. And then I was gonna put 30 into fitness. Which I believe is this one. So I'll put 25 into this one. 20, 35. And I've got 2 5s left over. I think I'm going to put 1 into birthdays. I actually need to start spending this money. It's less than a month now to the first of the 4 birthdays. And and I'll put the other into Hair and Beauty. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I hope everyone has a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.